Hedonism and Epicureanism, the pursuit of happiness. What truly makes us happy? Is it the indulgence in luxury, the pursuit of pleasure, or perhaps the simplicity of life? In this audiobook, we'll explore two fascinating philosophies, hedonism and Epicureanism, that both focus on the pursuit of happiness, yet propose surprisingly different paths. Stay tuned to discover how you might align your own life with these principles. Hedonism is a philosophical doctrine that considers the pursuit of pleasure and happiness as the highest goal in life. The term hedonism comes from the Greek word hedon, meaning pleasure or enjoyment. At its core, hedonism revolves around the idea that all humans strive for joy and well-being while seeking to avoid pain and discomfort. However, there are important distinctions to be made. Classical hedonism is often misunderstood as a lifestyle focused solely on short-term pleasures, luxury, and indulgence. This simplified view fails to capture the essence of the philosophical teaching. In reality, hedonism encompasses a range of approaches that reflect on what constitutes true pleasure and how to lead a fulfilling life. Early proponents like Aristippus of Cyrene viewed pleasure as the highest good, but not in the sense of blind indulgence. Instead, they advocated for the conscious enjoyment of the moment. Their focus was on appreciating life's pleasant experiences while avoiding unnecessary discomfort. A true hedonist understands that not all pleasures are equal, and that excessive indulgence in sensual gratification can ultimately lead to suffering if not approached with moderation and reason. At its core, hedonism does not call for a life of excess, but rather for a conscious and balanced approach to living, one that seeks to maximize personal well-being. It poses the question, how can we lead a life that truly makes us happy? This pursuit extends beyond physical pleasures to include intellectual joys, such as nurturing friendships, experiencing art and music, or pursuing passions. Through this nuanced perspective, hedonism can be seen as a path to making thoughtful decisions that enable us to live a fulfilling life over the long term, without descending into egocentric or materialistic extremes. While hedonism places the pursuit of pleasure at the center, Epicureanism offers a more refined and contemplative perspective on the quest for happiness. Epicurus, the founder of this philosophy, lived in the 4th century BC and taught that true happiness does not lie in satisfying fleeting desires, but in a life of moderation and mindfulness. Epicurus diverged from classical hedonists by emphasizing that not all pleasures are equally desirable. He recognized that unrestrained indulgence often brings more pain than joy. Instead, he focused on a simple, virtuous life, free from unnecessary desires and fears. For Epicurus, happiness is primarily defined as the absence of physical pain, aponia, and mental turmoil, ataraxia. A state of inner calm and tranquility is the key to true contentment. Epicureanism advocates for the deliberate selection and evaluation of pleasures. Which ones bring us genuine, lasting fulfillment? Which lead to long-term suffering? Epicurus stressed that it is often the simple things in life, such as meaningful conversations with friends, the joy of nature, or a sense of gratitude, that provide enduring satisfaction. Interestingly, Epicureanism contains a surprisingly modern notion. Happiness is not about accumulating material possessions, but about seeking inner peace and living in harmony with oneself. Epicurus himself lived with his followers in a garden, away from the hustle and bustle of Greek cities, teaching that a fulfilled life can often be achieved by foregoing unnecessary luxuries and returning to the essentials. In today's world, often driven by consumerism and the pursuit of more, Epicureanism offers a valuable perspective. A happy life is one that is simple, mindful, and aligned with our true needs. Hedonism and Epicureanism may be ancient philosophies, but their concepts are more relevant than ever today. In our modern society, often characterized by busyness, excess, and the constant pursuit of more, understanding these two philosophies can offer valuable insights for shaping a more fulfilling life. Today, the term hedonism is often misunderstood. Many equate it with unchecked consumption, indulgence, or even irresponsibility. However, the original hedonism, as taught by Aristippus of Cyrene, was about making a conscious choice to enjoy life and seek pleasure without losing sight of reason and moderation. It wasn't about blindly succumbing to every temptation, but rather actively choosing positive experiences that enhance one's well-being. A modern hedonist might advocate for a strong work-life balance to fully enjoy life. Whether through travel, fine dining, or fulfilling hobbies, the key lies in experiencing these pleasures sustainably and mindfully. An example of this is positive hedonism, which involves selecting activities that bring lasting joy, such as exercising, engaging in creative projects, or pursuing personal growth. On the other hand, Epicureanism calls us to seek deeper inner peace rather than constantly chasing external stimuli. In a world full of consumer offerings and social media, which constantly suggest that we need more to be happy, Epicurus reminds us that less is often more. Epicurean principles are especially reflected in modern movements like minimalism or the slow living philosophy, where the pursuit of material possessions is replaced by the search for meaning, tranquility, and inner contentment. Both philosophies are often misunderstood. Hedonism is frequently misinterpreted as indulgent excess, while Epicureanism is mistakenly seen as an ascetic culture of renunciation. In reality, both are about the art of living consciously, whether through intentionally enjoying life's pleasures or striving for inner peace and tranquility. A modern example of Epicurean thinking is the trend of taking digital detox weekends to recover from constant overstimulation and reconnect with oneself. On the other hand, the concept of hedonism might manifest when people intentionally spend quality time with friends and family, rather than losing themselves in the demands of the working world. Both philosophies challenge us to reflect on our lives and our choices. They remind us that true happiness doesn't lie in the constant pursuit of pleasure or material possessions, but in a deliberate, balanced, and thoughtful approach to life. What does this mean for us? Ultimately, both hedonism and Epicureanism aim to maximize personal well-being, whether through intentionally experiencing pleasures or striving for inner peace. This prompts us to ask, what truly brings me joy and contentment? And how can I shape my life to find harmony between the two? By integrating these ancient philosophies into our modern lives, we can discover a path toward a more fulfilling and happier existence. In the end, both hedonism and Epicureanism invite us to live more consciously, whether by finding joy in the small things or seeking inner peace. It's not about following a rigid concept, but about integrating the principles that make sense for us personally into our daily lives. What if we focused more on the essentials and made more mindful decisions? How much more fulfillment could we draw from our lives? If these philosophies have inspired you, I encourage you to reflect on how you can bring more joy and tranquility into your life. Let me know in the comments which approach resonates with you more. joyful hedonism or mindful Epicureanism, or perhaps a mix of both? Do you already incorporate parts of these philosophies into your life? Share in the comments how you create a blissful life for yourself. If you're curious about more philosophical insights, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any future audiobooks. In the next audiobook, we'll explore inspiring wisdom and quotes. Here's the link. Until next time, stay wise and enjoy life.